the the tech company that no one is talking about right now, but uh, what I think is the most exciting tech company waiting in the wings would be Sean Parker's AirTime. Uh, there's little to no public information on the company because that's the way the founding team wants it to be. But there's been some hints from the very beginning. It's try and tackle the same space, what I call the random connections space, uh, as chat roulette. And I think this is big. The random connection space. I mean, look at it this way. Look at the number of people you know and the number of people you don't know. Which is bigger? Well, the number of the people that you know, that's Facebook. The people that you don't know could be airtime. That's how big this could be. I mean, there's no given in this business. It doesn't matter if the founder is this high profile person, but Sean Parker still has that hunger. I mean, of course, I've never met the guy. I don't know him personally, but from just his public appearances, his thoughts online, profiles, uh, uh, his video clips of his talking, you get a sense of the person, who the person is, and uh, I mean, I think he's very much still a hungry entrepreneur who's trying to tackle big problems. That's why I think this could work out. This is not somebody who uh, AirTime is not his idea of a trophy company, like something that'll bring him glamour, which he probably thinks he has too much of already because of that movie, The Social Network. But I mean, money. The guy is floating in billions already, more than $2 billion. I mean, what's the difference between $2 and $20 billion? It's not much. Everything that can be bought with money, he can buy right now. So it's uh, I can't imagine that being his primary concern. It really is about this entrepreneur who is hungry, who sees this big untackled space and wants to go for it, and it makes me want to respect the guy. At my blog, at my netizen blog, I have been offering all sorts of free advice to companies, small and big, all the way to Foursquare. And I mean, I, I've never really saw this formal advisory role with any of those companies. It's like, yeah, it's so free. These are my thoughts. If nothing else, I get to build my credentials to when I launch my own company. That's been my rationale for uh, doling out all this free advice through my blog. But as for airtime is concerned, I would love some kind of a formal advisory role with this company, and I bring expertise to the table because airtime will be standing at the intersection point between software and group dynamics, and it's my claim uh, that I have as fancy a track record, some of it unrecognized, in group dynamics uh, as Sean Parker might have in software. Uh, I have that instinct, uh, the instinct that like can decipher something like an impending political revolution. And so I mean, I tried to reach out. I sent a tweet to him that was a link to a blog post where I'm saying I would like a formal advisory role, and the same day I sent a tweet was the last day Sean Parker spent on Twitter. uh, Strange coincidence. Uh, Anyways, by now I know the chief technology officer of Spotify, which is the last big thing Sean Parker has been involved in. So I personally know the chief technology officer of Spotify, who I would think would know the CEO of Spotify, who I know knows Sean Parker very well, right? Daniel, the founder of Spotify, and Sean Parker know each other. So I did reach out that other way, and the CTO dude, his attitude was, why don't you email Sean Parker directly? And well, I tried that. I tried Sean at Spotify.com, and it bounced back. So of course I don't have his email address. But like the more obvious explanation is that maybe the message did get to him, and he probably gets many people reaching out to him in that way, saying, hey, give me a role. I don't know if this is like asking for a job. I mean, it does involve money, but I guess you could call it a job. But anyways, I mean, I can imagine, like he gets all sorts of people approach him, looking for a job to team up with him in some capacity. Uh, so I mean, I don't blame the guy if there's a lot of noise that surrounds him, and he had a hard time figuring out which is legit and which is not. Uh, but even if he did get the message, and if he decided against the idea, it's understandable. It's his outfit, and I mean, what's the difference between somebody who's trying to seek an advisory role pre-launch and somebody who's trying to get some information from you? So maybe he, considering they have kept the lids really tight on airtime so far. There's nothing leaking out. Maybe uh, he would not even consider something like that pre-launch. So I mean, it's his call. So, but I did seek a formal advisory role to airtime. But we'll see. Like I mean, I'm excited as to what they'll bring to the table. I mean, I think it could be airtime could end up being the company of 2012. It could show up with a bang. That's what I think and feel about airtime right now. I can imagine me becoming an avid user. I mean, I love meeting people, but I'm not sure, taking the train to meet them, or I mean, I don't drink beer, so having beer with people is not exactly an option for me. I used to. I never was a big drinker, but one day I just blogged saying no more beer, and that's it. And I have not missed it. Uh, anyways, the idea of meeting people, it's one of my favorite things to do, and I can imagine me being an avid user of airtime. Uh, so, I mean, I'm tremendously looking forward to it, big time. And I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out. I mean, right now I'm most curious as to when they will launch. There were hints they might launch early next year, I think like early January, something like that. But I'm not sure they are on schedule. It might be a little later, but we'll see. I sure am looking forward to it.